Hello? Maybe no one's here.
Well, the door's unlocked and you can see through the window into a lobby with the receptionist. It's probably normal to walk right in.
Oh, right.
Were you the one ringing the joke doorbell? That was hilarious.
Ah, yeah. I knew I could walk right in if I wanted, but I thought you would get a kick out of it.
Yeah, you looked really stupid, but in a funny way, since you were doing it on purpose.
Right. It's also funny how receptionists will never make enough money to retire. But you just keep working this job on purpose. It's a good bit. Mortgaging your future for a job you don't even care about? Some people would say that's stupid, but it's funny to me.
Oh yeah, well, when you put it that way, it is kind of funny. But I thought your doorbell joke was funnier.
Anyway, we're here to see Professor Abacus.
His lab is right that way. Just press the doorbell and he'll let you in.
Should I... Is this a trick, or...?
Just push it.
Ah, you must be Nika from Standard Supply Ale.
Yes, good to meet you, Professor. This is Cameron. He's a trusted subordinate.
I don't work for you. You don't own the bar anymore. You don't own me anymore.
Nevertheless, we've brought exactly what you wanted to see. My grandfather's heirloom pocket watch.
What? That's not what I wanted you to bring. We've got hundreds of those lying around. Here, come with me. I'll show you.
But it says Standard Supply. It's a precious heirloom.
Well, we did in fact design it, but it's not particularly valuable. Here, we've got boxes of them in the storage closet. Take a few if you want.
Whoa, I'll take a whole box. I bet I could sell these to customers, if we had any.
What business does a science and research facility have manufacturing pocket watches?
First of all, I'd implore you to stop calling them pocket watches. They're actually locket watches.
Well, I'll be damned.
Lock is short for airlock, and et means and in Latin.
So it's an airlock and watch?
That's precisely correct. You see, 3 of the watch hands keep time in hours, minutes, and seconds. The 2 additional hands measure the oxygen level and the gravity relative to that of Earth. Since we're on Earth, those 2 don't seem to move.
So these are some kind of outer space watches?
The watch part isn't very important. They're useful because they create their own oxygen and gravitational field within a small radius. Essentially, in other environments, they stabilize oxygen and gravity at a level comfortable for someone from Earth.
So if we take this thing swimming, we could breathe underwater.
I suppose so. They're really not meant for use on Earth.
You said this thing isn't valuable, but it seems pretty extraordinary.
Well, I thought you would already be familiar with these, since you're in possession of something far more extraordinary. That's what I was hoping you would bring. A singer who goes by Proxy Starlight passed through here recently, and she told me something very interesting. She was in your bar not long ago, and although she couldn't place it at the time, she now feels there's no mistaking it. Someone at your bar is in possession of the Pretty Dim Wonder.
Pretty Dim Wonder?
It's like an amulet, or a necklace, with a red gemstone.
Raina's necklace.
No one has seen it for a long time. It's fortunate that Proxy managed to recall its true nature and notify me of its whereabouts. You're lucky I found out about it and not someone with more nefarious intentions.
What's it supposed to do? I've never seen it do anything except get lost.
Don't lose it! Has the ability to make its wearer clairvoyant, but only a little bit.
A little clairvoyant? What does that mean?
The legends say it was designed by a supernatural being, but not a god. More like a demigod. Someone who didn't have the power to make a truly magical object, but they still came pretty close.
That's so crappy. There's a million universes out there and we gotta live in the one that's only a little bit magical.
Being a little clairvoyant is very useful in a universe where no one else is.
I'd be a lot better gambler if I could use it to cheat.
Well, it's not quite as easy as you think. You can't consciously turn it on and off, and there seem to be a number of other limitations.
Man, it sounds like this thing sucks.
Harold, you're back.
Yeah, I was wondering, do you think you could tell me any more about what happened to Longfellow Quaker after I returned to the Earth's surface? Or the demons? The dinos? I haven't been able to sleep or eat. I've been so preoccupied.
You haven't been able to eat? So it didn't even matter the La Quinta buffet was closed?
Please, what other details can you recall?
Well, I'm pretty sure I can help. I should be able to force myself to have these visions whenever I want.
I just want to stress again, for effect, that you absolutely cannot control when the Pretty Dim Wonder gives you sensory information from another time or place.
Well, I just want to stress again that sucks.
I don't want to get your hopes up, but the more I think about this extraordinary ability of mine, the more I think that I am a god.
You think it sucks? If it were too powerful, it would practically make its wearer into a god. We're lucky that's not the case. It absolutely does not turn someone into a god. It wasn't even designed by a god.
Okay, I'm thinking about that Quaker guy and Lucifina Devilette. Oh, there we go. They're at a business seminar about how the future of logistics will impact the service industry. Wait, no. That's just my imagination running wild. It's not working, but I'm concentrating as hard as I can.
What's more, it really doesn't matter whether the user tries to concentrate or force a vision to occur through sheer will. In fact, it's most likely to occur while the user is sleeping. Your mind needs to be completely turned off.
Maybe I'm trying too hard, but for someone as smart as me, it's really hard to turn my brain off.
That's okay. Maybe this was a bad idea.
I'm not ready to give up yet. Maybe if I can't see the past, I can try to see them in the future.
While the Pretty Dim Wonder is known to retrieve sensory information from afar in the past and present, it's unknown whether it can give its user glimpses of the future.
So it's not even useful for cheating at poker?
Not unless you're trying to cheat at a game that happened in the past. And what's more, you can't control which visions it will give you anyway. Although you're more likely to see visions of people you know or those who know people you know.
We could spy on people and try to blackmail them.
Ah, now you're thinking.
I said we're lucky it hasn't fallen into the hands of someone with nefarious intentions, but your intentions seem pretty nefarious.
To be honest, the whole thing seems pretty implausible, Professor.
Implausible? Is it really any more implausible than the nightly news? I'm serious. Have you seen NBC Nightly News? They have a graphic of the Earth spinning in which the northern hemisphere is rotating clockwise instead of counterclockwise. It's absolutely preposterous. How can we trust anything else they say on their program?
You should tweet that out.
I really should.
I really want to use this power for good, but I'm sorry, Harold, I can't figure it out. Maybe it was a fluke. I do remember one detail I forgot to tell you, though. Your crew that came down with you, they got eaten by herbivorous dinosaurs who developed a taste for flesh because of the cigars.
What? That's terrible.
But Arlen and Lucifina decided to write a play that will bring dino kind, demon kind, and humans together. So there is hope for the future. Until the imminent demise of the planet, of course.
Yeah, well, that's reassuring. Anything else?
Nah. I'm sorry, Harold. I guess I'm not as magical as I thought. Tending this bar is the only thing I'll ever be good at. If you ever have a problem where the solution is alcohol, you can come see me.
It's okay. It was a long shot anyway. I should get going. I've got to catch my flight back to DC.
Do you want a few beers for the plane?
I don't think that's allowed.
TSA won't notice if you pour it on your socks. Then you just bring out the sock into your mouth in the airplane bathroom. Nobody will ever know.
I'm good. Thanks, though.
And hey, Harold, I know you wanted your discovery to make you rich and famous, but it's not all bad. At least you still have that key from the demon bathroom.
Oh, yeah. I went to a Shell gas station last night and the key worked. I think it works at every Shell station, so nobody's going to believe it actually came from the underworld.
Whoa! You'll never have to ask a gas station attendant for a bathroom key again. Who else can say that?
Yeah, I guess I am pretty lucky. Be seeing ya.
And send tweet. Wait, hold up. Have you seen this viral Rex Rhapsody post yet?
Psh, he stole his whole posting style from me. I don't care what he says.
Well, it's pretty important. But what's more, look at the photo. Your friend is wearing the Pretty Dim Wonder in plain sight.
Big deal. It's not like it makes her into a god or anything.
Don't you understand? This post has gone extremely viral. Most people aren't going to recognize what that necklace is, but if even one person does, they might come after her. You should tell your friend to be extremely cautious, but also the world's apparently going to end soon, so she might not have to be cautious for long. That's a silver lining.
Normally, I don't like journalists poking around, trying to find ways to embarrass job creators and entrepreneurs. But the Posting Times has a lot of great local coverage. Check out this story. It's just what we're looking for.
Limited edition Harley-Davidson Hog Motorcycle Bikini Bottom Custom Paint Job 2004 Limited edition SpongeBob SquarePants Rare Like New $2,000 or Best Offer?
Not the ad, below it.
Local activists seek removal of controversial statue. This is perfect.
Yes, and it appears one of the ringleaders is that fool Dan from Standard Supply. He can do our dirty work for us. We can make it seem as if he's succeeding all on his own. And meanwhile, we're funneling dark money to ensure the statue's destruction.
I hate to give him a sense of accomplishment for tearing the statue down, but it'll be worth it in the end.
Yes, we'll argue that the situation has become too politicized, that the mere existence of the park is now a political issue. So we'll offer to do something completely apolitical with the location. Turn it into an engine of profit for ourselves at the expense of everyone who used to enjoy it as a public space.
Excellent. The Posting Times has already enriched our lives beyond belief. If you can't present a news story in 5 sentences and a couple embedded tweets, it's not worth talking about in the first place. Writing an article with more than 200 words is the stupidest, most pointless thing I can imagine. And another thing, writers don't need editors.
Yes, and I would just like to state for the record that I think podcasting is stupid as well. And you would have to be a moron to listen to them, and especially to pay for them.
Hold on. Check out this other article. It claims that a world-renowned scientist has proof that the cracks in the Earth are going to destroy the planet, and the process is irreversible. And the tweet that supposedly confirms all this is from Rex Rhapsody?
And who's that in the photo with him? The bartender?
Toady, summon Rex Rhapsody right now.
Yes, Master. I'm sure he's just waiting around at your beck and call to be summoned whenever you please. Oh, wait. He is. He's walking down the hall, eating a sandwich.
You rang?
Were you walking around the building eating a sandwich?
Don't you ever get hungry when you've got places to be? What's your favorite food to eat on the go?
Go-gurt. Cashews. No, wait. We have more important matters to address. Is this story true? Is the world going to split open? And how did you break the news?
That's a lot of questions to ask at once, don't you think? Let's take it easy. Like the 1972 hit single by the Eagles, which peaked at number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart.
We don't have time for this, Rex.
I'd like to hear where he's going with this Eagles thing.
Silence, Toady.
Okay, look. The story is true to the best of my knowledge. I overheard the scientist guy telling the president about it. What's strange is the bartender Raina seemed to know about it in advance before he told anyone.
But how? First, she's suddenly flush with in-game Tickle Wars cash, and now she has foreknowledge of a major world event?
More importantly, what do we do now? If this story is true, then our life's work of extracting profit from this quaint neighborhood will all be in vain.
No! I will never believe that entrepreneurship is in vain. The article claims there's no way to stop what's coming, but this scientist didn't count on the power of money. If we can somehow patch up that crack in the road while the rest of the Earth deteriorates, this will become the most valuable property on the planet.
Hey, it's worth a shot. To be honest, the only reason I agreed to do social media for you guys was clout. I wanted to monopolize attention on music Twitter and be like a god. But now I don't think I need to take over your venue anymore.
What's up?
Now that this post has gone insanely viral, I realize I can set my sights way higher. You see, music is universal. Everyone loves it. And what's more fun than sharing your opinions about music? It turns out, my audience isn't just people who follow local venues and bands on Twitter, it's everyone everywhere. With millions of followers, my playful trivia and incisive questions can bring joy to all of mankind.
What the hell are you talking about? What does this have to do with us? If you don't have any ideas for how we can patch up the chasm outside, then I think our business is finished here.
Maybe you can heal it with the power of music.
Enough!
There really is something quite odd with that bartender, Raina. Perhaps we should send our loyal Toady to investigate.
No! I'll do it myself.
Hey,
Hey, you're that journalist.
Journalist? Wow. Thank you. Most people call me a blogger, content creator, just spit on me without saying anything. Journalist? Are you trying to indulge me so I'll write about your stupid album that doesn't exist?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, maybe we can help each other. You present me with an actual song, I'll write about it. But in return, how much do you know about Rex Rhapsody and the bartender Raina?
Basically nothing, even though I talk to both of them all the time. But if there's something you want me to find out, I can try.
Let me know if you can dig up anything unsavory that the public ought to know about. They're forcing me to write story after story about Rex's one viral tweet. It's Rex content they want, that's what they'll get.
And Raina?
I was told to write a listicle of her favorite cocktail recipes, but she doesn't have any. And she doesn't seem to have any accomplishments, interests, or skills. So something negative would really go a long way.
Okay, I'll see what I can dig up. Perhaps my business associate Cameron can be of some help too. He's also my bandmate. And our new single is going to be so earth-shattering that the world needs to hear about it as soon as possible. And if digging up dirt on Raina is the only way for the world to hear about it, then well, that's just the price of success these days in this crazy cutthroat industry.
Excellent. In the meantime, I've got to get to the permitting office. It seems someone has filed to bring a Buffalo Wings franchise to the neighborhood. If the story is true, I've got to rank their 7 best wing sauces ASAP.
Dan, how's your battle against the statue going?
Not great. We got an article about it in the Posting Times, but the United Campbell Congress, the UCC, is retaliating. They're saying we're sexist for trying to take down a statue of the first female prime minister.
Kim is a woman's name? I thought it was a man's name, like Kim Thale or Kim.com.
We need to reframe the debate to be about ideals, but that can wait. We got to focus on this fundraiser concert on Halloween.
Oh, you know what? That's the same day I said Snorri could do his fundraiser for his god.
What? We can't have 2 shows on the same night. One of them has to be moved.
I can't go back on my word. My word is the most valuable thing I have, except for my bank account with a cool 100 million in it.
Okay, fine. Maybe we can get Snorri to open for Google Sweatshops. We can do 2 fundraisers at once.
Although, maybe the world will end before the show.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of been Google Sweatshop's message all along, that capitalism is destroying the world.
I think in this instance, it's the big fishers that are destroying the world from the inside.
It's probably capitalist exploitation that created the fishers in the first place. I'm just saying, I'm not shocked is all.
Yeah, me neither, I guess.
You're not surprised to see the world end?
Nah, I dreamed about it.
Whoa, you're twisted.
Me and Cameron need to get back on the stage as soon as possible. Our new song is going to change the world once we write it.
Wow, are you going to debut it at Cube again?
Nah, this time I'm thinking we go a little more DIY. Get back to our roots. When's the next show here?
We were just talking about that. It's on Halloween.
Great, we'll headline.
You can't headline. Google Sweatshops is headlining to raise money for a good cause.
I thought Snorri's band No Longer Is There Honor Among Men was headlining. They got 3 out of 4 Kerangs.
I guess we'll just have to have 3 headliners. We'll play last.
Don't you only have like 2 songs?
Well, doesn't your band only have 1?
Our song says more about society than most entire discographies. In any case, let's just put personal politics aside so we can focus on political politics. Me and Rebellion need to raise money to fight the United Campbell Congress.
All right, fine. We'll play the first headlining spot. Then Rob and Snorri can headline after us. But once the world hears our song, they probably won't pay attention to any other music ever again.
It sounds like a really good song. It's stuck in my head already. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who are the children.
Isn't that We Are the World?
I don't think so. That song is too political for my tastes.
Say, Raina, is there any compromising information about you that would be humiliating if it were printed in an article?
Probably not. I live life with aplomb and never look back.
Well, that's a stupid way to live. Oh well, I tried.
The world's gonna end soon?
That's what the scientist Harold Mallet says. And truth be told, there's been rumblings for a while that this might be the case. Look, I'll level with you all. We don't actually do any research with the Very Small Hadron Collider. It merely provides us cover. It is much too small of a Hadron Collider to merit the attention of the scientific community. In reality, we operate a kind of covert space program.
So you're letting us know about all this because...
To be honest, I thought you two already knew since you appear to have both a locket watch and the Pretty Dim Wonder. But at this point, let's face it, if the Earth doesn't have much time left, there's no harm in telling you more.
I was so young and full of life. I never got to eat the famous Chicago bean everyone's been telling me about. And now here I am on my deathbed.
It's not so bad. Planets spontaneously split apart all the time.
Do they?
All right, maybe they don't, but I have heard of it happening. It's not common, but in recent times, there have been reports of planets spontaneously splitting apart from the inside. It isn't well understood yet, and for it to happen here, well, it may draw attention from across the galaxy as various alien races seek to better understand this phenomenon in order to avoid this fate themselves.
So there's really aliens?
Duh.
Of course. Hey, maybe you'll get to see one before we all die.
We're really all gonna die?
Duh.
It's not so bad. All life comes to an end eventually.
That's not reassuring.
I'm not saying our lives will necessarily end along with the planet. Like I'm saying, this activity is likely to attract attention from elsewhere in space. There's many ways this could play out.
How do you know all of this? If you're aware of life beyond Earth, why are you pretending to work on an unbelievably small Hadron Collider in some shitty Canadian backwater?
Canada is no backwater. In some respects, it's the most important place on Earth. You see, humanoid aliens already made contact with Earth quite some time ago. And where do you think they settled down?
Area 911.
What? No.
So you mean Canada?